He might just want to cuddle from behind. Oh my god.
Attention, first blood.
God. Oh god, I don't think I've ever made a noise like that before. You know what? I rescind my offer. I don't want to play Apex with you, you son of a bitch.
They are chapped. That was better. Oh. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. I shouted so loud I think I'm bleeding. He's pulling his cock out. Fuck your life, bing bang.
I love it when he shoots the cock.
I've got a hole in my fucking sock. Oh, I'm free. Oh. Here we go. That felt pretty.
Ow, 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 it's magic. I'm blowing myself.
I'm traveling there. You know what, Travis? I blew you off, but you know what? Come to the gym with me. It's fine.
Hey.
I'm Arifik Ball, and you're stroking my balls. That was it, right? Wagon. Ah! Fuck! Oh my god. Give that a good old shake. And actually, maybe we could actually learn a lot about each other by sniffing more anuses. Who knows? I don't know, but we don't do it because we're like, ugh, it's gross. It's disgusting. No, why would you do such a thing? Horrid. But
Damn, son, we just got some goodies. Oh, shit. Okay, I just touched a man. I just... Why do I do...
yes, come on! Who said I'm not high enough level? Let's go! Woo!
I've never heard of it.
It was a peaceful kingdom, full of artists and poets, but it fell to ruin long ago.
And these berserkers were responsible.
Them
I need to
and
check
their
on the heart rate right now because I don't feel very healthy.
What little blood I have still
Thank you for the runes, the songs we're singing. Thanks for all the joy we're bringing. No, I'm not falling for that one again. Come on. Oh, I fell for it. I fell for it immediately. Oh, no. Because if I go too fast, I think it might, you know, maybe a little bit.
So unless you know a very, very rich streamer who's willing to do that, I don't see it happening anytime soon. Maybe something for later in the year when we've got an audience that's like 99 average. Holding you to that, 500 in one month period, not overall total or anything like that. In a 30-day period, I will absolutely do it. No questions asked. Can I get? He did say a PA. He was just ignoring the fact that he suffered 42 months in a row. Why would I do such a thing, Pixels? And why would you put flames on the oil? Add fuel to the fire. That's the one I was going for.
I don't know if you guys would be able to see much, to be honest with you. I haven't figured out how I'm going to do this. But this is the best that I've come up with. And I'm not sure if it's a good thing or not. And we're back. And his buddy. Yeah, this might be a mistake, now that I think about it. Might not be a good thing.
Interesting. Damn. Damn. Oh. Hey, you can serve if you want to. But, especially me. Right, okay, we've got a flaming halberd here. Okay, maybe it's going to be better. And we're live. We're doing it. There's noises. There's music. There's big win. How are we doing, friends? Thank you very much for joining me today. I appreciate it. I see. Who gets the early gang today? Who got the first? Of course, it was Umpa. It makes a lot of sense. Congratulations, my friend. We got Kahana, we got Annie, we got Kat, we got Jesselise, and Rick all in the early gang. We've also got I Quit over there in YouTube. I don't quit YouTube. In fact, I just posted 2 videos in the last 24 hours, which I'm kind of excited about, honestly. The reason why I've been massively grinding out some videos over the last couple of days is there is a huge update that is dropping for Apex Legends today. And there's also a huge update dropping for Helldivers, 2 games that I've been paying a lot of attention to over the last year or so, especially. And I wanted to get a big update out. I wanted to get it out on the day, ideally. And the first video should be live already. And the next video will be live in about 45 minutes or so. So apologies for being the teeniest, tiny, weeniest bit late to today's stream. I was like 45 seconds late or something. There are a few things I had to fix. Guess what broke? Go on, guess. First person gets my adoration for a few seconds at least. Fired, fucking believable. Matt, yeah, I will. Is it your spleen? No, my pancreas doesn't work, but that is a good try. Mike, yeah, but more specifically Beacon. Umpa, of course it broke. But Kahana, was it with a 3-stream streak? Let's absolutely go. I see just Elise in the chat as well. Hello, how are you? I Quit. What's going on with you, homie? P, also, I see, was it Salmon or Sumon? I see B Lulu over there in the YouTube vertical as well. Hello, friends. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing fantastic. What's brought you in? Update for Fortnite, please. That's not a bad idea, but to be honest with you, the games that I have been doing updates videos for are the games that I probably spend the most time in my free time. So when I'm not streaming and I'm playing a different game, it's probably going to be something like Helldivers. It's probably going to be something like Apex Legends. And I haven't played Fortnite properly in a while, to be fair. Somebody played Fortnite with my wife last night. It makes it sound like she's having an affair. It wasn't. It was just Annie. Or at least as far as I'm aware, unless there's something that I need to know, Annie, please. But yeah, Fortnite updates so frequently that I don't know if I'd be able to keep up. I'm trying to do a weekly gaming news series. So every week I like to try and put out an update on what's going on in gaming in general, as opposed to just one specific game. But when there's a big update coming, like a new season, which is every like 3 months or so in Apex, I want to try and get something up, ideally, whenever I can. What's up? Ayo, Trace. What's good, my friend? Have you seen the new Apex update? And if you haven't, YouTube will bring up a link to my most recent video. Although towards the end of the stream, is going to bring up the Helldivers one instead, because I have no way of being able to tell which video it's going to be. But it is what it is. It is fine. I see a Dixon Miaz. Hello, my friend. Good to see you over there in the Twitcheroonies. How are you, my friend? What's it, Matt? What are you up to right now? Tell me, homie. How are we? I re-downloaded it today. Trace, there are some big things going on. Also, Fida with a 120 stream streak. Let's fucking go. Too easy, baby. Love to see it. How are you, Fida? Happy Tuesday, my friend. Happy Apex Update Day. Again, unfortunately, for those of you that are looking for some Apex Legends content, I'm not playing Apex Legends today, but it is a 4-stream week this week, so I will be playing Apex Legends tomorrow. A game called Super Bear Adventure Mobile is best, but then you said Apex Legends is best, so I don't know what to believe right now, B Lulu, honestly. Ultras Specium Corsa, I don't know what that is, Sumon, my friend. I don't know what that is, homie, but feel free to educate me if you'd like to. Dang, wait, just Elise, what is this dang to? Is this me pumping out 2 videos in 24-hour period? Let's go. I'm okay besides being yelled at. Okay, Fida, first of all, I'd like to publicly apologize. That was a bit too intense, I'll be honest with you. But for those of you that don't know what we're talking about, in the Discord, I have automated messages set up so that when I'm going live an hour beforehand, it will post, let you guys know what to expect, what the game's going to be, what time we're going live, etc. And I may have done a little oopsie and forgot to adjust the automated messages. So it was doing last week's messages, which meant, oh, bollocks, I've totally forgotten to do the stream schedule for this week as well. that's something that I need to do. Remind me at the end of the stream, please. That would be pretty cool. And I will update that one for you, lovely people. But yeah, I was too busy putting the videos out, Fila, and I totally forgot to change it. So I saw it post. I immediately deleted it within about 15 seconds. But obviously the notification must have popped up on your phone or something. And it's kind of hilarious. So I'm sorry, okay? Forgive me. Also, morning, Wood, Manny. Manny, how we doing, friend? Is it a happy morning for you? I do hope so. Hope you're making good use of that bad boy. How are we, my friend? Thank you so much for the follow. If I need to choose Super Bear Adventure Mobile is best, it's Secret Parkour. I've never in my life heard of such a thing as Super Bear Adventure. It sounds kind of wild. I'll be completely honest with you. Hot damn. Trace, what have you seen on the update, by the way? Like I said, the video that I posted gives you a full summary of everything that's changed, and so much has changed. So I'm really, if you guys want, I can obviously tell you about it all right now, but I don't want to spam the people that don't want to hear about it, because I know not everybody in the community, aka Blame Annie, likes Apex Legends. But Annie, they are adding some cool things in that you might like, actually. I'm going to be honest.
Oh, you nasty.
Afternoon, folks and fuckers. It's T Hunting. Hello, my friend. How are you, Chief Modaru? Play TF2, please. It's funny. I used to play TF2. If we're talking, well, when you say TF2, you mean Team Fortress 2, right? I used to play Team Fortress 2 a very long time ago, but I haven't done so in a while. I haven't really got any need to be honest with you. I've got no like want or desire to play it, but maybe one day we'll do it. I make absolutely no promises. I'm currently solo in the office, so I can listen on my phone out loud. Hell yeah. Does this mean I should try not to say anything too sus, T? Because a colleague might come in at some point and, you know, your day might be ruined if they hear me say something like Ultra Giga Suck Man or something. I don't know why that's what my brain went to first off. First off, I'd like to apologize for saying that out loud. You're all good until about 4 p.m.? All right, I got some time. Don't worry about it. Me and Britt is playing a game called Once Human. I love the game, Georgia. I know you do, my friends. Georgia, good to see you, my friend. How are you? Ultra Giga Suck Man?
Suck.
Yeah, that's fair. That's actually fair enough. Should have probably seen that one coming. I was just about to say, who do we think the Ultra Giga Suck Man is? And funnily enough, Luxury Gay Space Communist is here. Oh no, what could happen? Hello, my friend. How we doing? Happy Tuesday. Hey, yo. Whoa! Oh yeah, of course. That scared me for a second.
Just subscribed for 7 months.
I thought you. There we go. There we go. I thought you just subbed for 7 months in a row, and that absolutely spooked me. Hot damn! But congratulations for your subaroonies, Lux, and I'll say thank you to Tomato through the ether. I know we've not seen him in a couple of weeks, but you know that boy is absolutely cherished around here. It's cool. I'm at school, and I'm still waiting for my teacher. Noted. What's the favorite subject, my friend? You know, I'll post this to everybody. I know not everybody's at school. For some individuals, school was a lot longer ago than others. But at school, what was the go-to subject? What subject did you go to school and you were like, you know what, this is going to be a good day because I've got this subject and I like this subject and it's good fun and I've got a great teacher. At this point, I think we need to celebrate when Beacon is not broken. It's more rare. Literally, yeah, Oompa. I'm very tempted to... I don't even know. I don't know what to do. Like, I can't really afford to buy a new microphone myself at the moment. This mic, when it works, is awesome. Like, it's great. I love the technology behind it. It's just, it doesn't always behave how I want it to. And it's really annoying and there's nothing I could do about it. If they could fix it, I'd keep it for sure. But it's not been fixed. There's been no updates pushed in the last like year or so, which is tragic. Honestly, tragic. Ayo, 95 stream streak. George, you're getting very close to 3 months of gifted sub from your boy. Beautiful stuff, my friend. Hell yeah. I wonder how long I can keep doing that. Because I've already gifted three months to Oompa. I've gifted 3 months to Fida. You'll be next, it would seem, Georgia. Is anybody else close to 100? Is anybody else nearing the threshold of a triple gift? Tell me, my friends. I'm intrigued. History was my favorite. My teachers were awesome. History was never my favorite. Millie P will hate me for this because he fucking loves history. He's a history nerd. But I never got into history. I had a teacher called Miss Secret, which sounds hilarious. But she was just like... She was terrible, man. Nobody liked her. She was really like a much older teacher than the rest of the teachers, which isn't inherently a bad thing. But she was just like... I don't know, a bit behind on things, if that makes sense. Like, didn't really get on with anybody, was way too strict, just wasn't fun. Sucked all the joy out of learning about history. I like very ancient history. Like, I like mythology side of, I know it's not true history, but do you know what I mean? Like, I like storytelling set in the past, but the subject of history was never my favorite, honestly. Only English? Damn, okay. Yo, I changed my name from COD, yo, to Jay. I'll call you Jay. Is that all right? Or would you rather I call you something else, my friend? But noted. What do you want? Do you want Jay? Do you want COD? What can I call you? Is this because you've done a big change and you've moved away from COD? I doubt it, right? I doubt it, right? Also, HT on console. HT, how we doing? Hello. My math teacher is my sister, by the way. Oh, really? Age 34 and you 25. Understood. Gotcha. Damn. Okay. Is math the best subjects? Maths and sains. I don't know what that sounds. I don't know what that is, my friend. What's that second subject? Interesting. Interesting. I liked math. Math was good. I was always decent at math, but never. I don't know. I was naturally talented to an extent, if that makes sense. Like I was good at math, but I was never like the best in my class at math. I always had more than enough to get by, but never enough to like take it further to like, I wouldn't want to do math at university kind of thing. The thing I hated most about my degree was the stat side of things, because it was even more math and I didn't want it. Scammed, honestly scammed. Long? Science is your favorite subject, Lulu? Mine probably was biology. I mean, I did biology as my degree, so that would be why it makes a lot of sense. Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm with you now. Understood. I don't understand those stuffs. I'm just going to play. Fida, I'll get to that in a second. I'll give you a quick rundown of what's going on. If you'd like, that'd be pretty cool. Also, Lux said also hi. English and history for you. I was never much of a writer. I was never much of a linguist, which is funny because I'm talking for a job basically right now. But I was never... I feel really bad saying this kind of thing. I feel like I'm just edging. I feel like I'm beefing myself up here or gassing myself up, but I was always decent at school. I was the kind of guy that was like academically I did well, but I never had to try like insanely stupid hard. But then again, I never got the top grades, if that makes sense. Like I'd rock up and do absolutely fine. I'd do good. So like, even for subjects like English and history, I always did absolutely fine. Like it was never a bad subject. I never did poorly. I always got good grades, but it was never one I really enjoyed. I didn't really look forward to English or anything like that, to be honest with you. I kind of regret that because I think if I'd enjoyed it more, I might have enjoyed reading more growing up, but I just never did. I just played video games and played sports instead. That's what I did.
Boy.
Motherfucker, this guy. He's back in the mix.
So history isn't your thing. I'm not surprised. Not much history. You can cram into that small, teeny-weeny little body of yours. And even if there was, it would just be in the Bunda. Apex is on the horizon, Bunda boy, and ranked looks fun with the changes.
It does.
Anyone in chat
It really does.
willing to break your back to carry silly little horsey Bunda boy?
This guy, man.
See you on Sekiro. I'm sure we're all about to see you do your favorite pastime.
What's that?
Die.
Understood. That was mildly alarming and concerning. But Cash, good to see you, homie. Assalamu alaikum, brother. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining today. Also, Zach, sorry, I did not see you hop in. I'm doing pretty damn good. I managed to bust out 2 videos in the last couple of days. So yeah, I'm feeling good about that. I'm really happy about it. And today we're going to be playing some Sekiro. Tomorrow we're going to be playing the new Apex update. And then Thursday and Saturday are going to be Sekiro as well. I'm very tempted. I'm going to give you a sneak preview of something that I've been working on. I'm not... Can you see up there in the top corner? I'm not hell-bent on doing anything yet. But I've been trialing some stuff. And you know what? I'm just going to leave it there for a bit. It's a sneak preview, okay? Maybe it was just that school was so long ago, but I don't remember any teachers standing out. I had some good teachers, to be fair. I had some really, really good teachers. Like, all of my biology teachers were amazing. I had one called Mr. Actually, do I want to say all these? I might accidentally dox myself. Maybe that's not a good idea. Keith, good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon to you, Keith. How are you doing, handsome mullet man? Hope you're doing fantastic. Oh, FYI as well, when I first woke up in the Discord, I saw the message that you put in the main chat. I just moved it because it's not really a big deal per se, but I just didn't want to set a precedent for other people going forward, if that makes sense. So yeah, even if you are putting a, so like somebody's streaming, if it's yours or somebody else's, self-plug is normally the place to do it, FYI, just so you know. My math teacher told me I was stupid and was told I've failed in life. What the? That's not a good teacher, man. That is not a good teacher at all. History was your fave. My teachers are awesome. Fair. Art or music for you, Kahana? Noted. Okay. I wish I was better at both. I did. All right. Story time here. I used to do music GCSE. And as part of music GCSE, as you might remember, Kahana, you had to do a musical performance. And that was done maybe every few months or something like that as part of a grading project. And I did the riff and the intro to Sweet Child of Mine about 9 times in a row until my teacher was like, Tom, you gotta actually play guitar, man. You gotta actually learn something. And I was like, no, this is great. What are you talking about? And they're like, yeah, but I've graded the same piece over and over again. You have to learn something else. And I was like, I don't know about that one. Yeah, my music teacher wasn't best pleased with me, to be honest. At one point, I had an RE teacher. RE, why was it called RE? I swear it was changed to something else later down the line. Like religious education is it still a subject? I don't know. I swear it's probably changed. Who was a sweetheart to everyone, but he turned out to be a nonce. So I generally disregard him. Noted. We had a very similar individual at our school, actually, who was in prison. So there we go. Interesting stuff. The education system in the United Kingdom, full of interesting characters. Let's just stop it there, shall we? What else have I missed? I don't think school was that long ago for you, Umpa. Really? It wasn't that long, okay? Come on. Don't do this. You have a recollection. I'm sure you do. Also, HT on console, how are you, my friend? Thank you for joining again today. I'll be able to join today because I'm still sick. Oh, bro, Zach, I'm sorry, man. I ended up having a COVID and sinus infection. That is double trouble, brother. Rest up, stay safe, come vibe with us today. We're going to be playing some Sekiro. It's going to be a good time, okay? Thank you. Horsey boy. Never not going to love that. Yeah, I know. I don't think Cashu's going to be stopping anytime soon, to be honest with you. My fave teachers were history, English, and geography. Multiple teachers for each subject, but one of my teachers, my English teachers and one of my history teachers were married, which is cute. The geography teachers were bants, especially in 6th form. We had nicknames for them. We had a guy who took over our education for biology, like at the start of 6th form, and we were we were all desperately trying to get invited to his wedding because he was getting married while we were in 6th form, and it was like, absolutely no, man. And I remember the first time we learned his government name, not just his surname, because obviously you normally call them like Mr. this person or Miss this person, or you normally call them by their surname. Remember we found out his first name and we went in, we're like, yeah, what's up, man? And he's like, don't ever call me that. Don't ever. It's weird, man, because he wasn't that much older than we were. He's probably younger than or around my age now when we were in school, so the age gap wasn't so insane that it was funny. It was funny. And because we were like 17, 18, we all felt like adults. We're all quite large as well at that point, like we're pretty grown, right? It was funny. It was such a weird dynamic. The way that the dynamic with your teachers changes when you get to like 16, 17, 18, it's kind of wild. Yeah, it's really interesting as you start to see them more as just people that have a job rather than just like this one role they've fulfilled your entire life. Like they've been your teacher, they've been educating you, they've been kind of keeping tabs on you, they've been enforcing your behavior at school and everything like that and the rules. So yeah, it was really interesting. The older that you got, the more you realize that they're just like, our biology teacher was just a dude, he's getting married, he's a cool guy, like just chilling, just chilling. This is just his job. Subtle. Don't worry about it, Lux. I'll talk more about it on Saturday. To be honest with you, this timer isn't really going to mean much today, but it is something that I am considering doing at some point, potentially on Saturdays. We'll have to see. Obviously, the better content goes for me, the more I can do this full time, the more I can stream as well. But for the time being, there are some parameters I have to set for now. Dylan, hello, Winter and chat. Let's go. Winter sunbathing. Keith, hello. If anything, I need to sunbathe, according to Fido. She keeps telling me I'm incredibly pale, which is just unbelievably rude. I can't believe she'd do this to me. I'm kidding. I feel bad. I'm joking about that, but the last time I did, Fina was a little bit upset. I swear. My mom is a teacher. However, where she teaches, they use teacher's first name. They use the teacher's first name for the safety of teachers. Really? What, so they don't get doxxed and like people find them outside of schools? That's fascinating. I'd never thought about that. That's really interesting, yeah. By the way, how has your diabetes been treating you so far? Your insulin and blood sugar levels okay? It's been interesting. I was going to talk about this today, actually, because I got up nice and early. Today was a rest day for the gym for me. So I got up early and didn't have to go to the gym. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go to my GP. I'm going to get my medical exemption card set up because nobody explained it to me. I was just like, do I have to pay for this prescription or what? And they were like, no, you're medically exempt. You've got type 1 diabetes, brother. What do you mean? You don't have to pay for it. Of course you don't. I was like, oh, cool. But when I went to the pharmacy, they were like, do you have a medical exemption card? Otherwise, you're going to have to pay. I was like, well, but Jimmy over here said I didn't have to pay for it. And they're like, well, Jimmy's a fucking idiot. So, well, oh, brilliant. Okay, cool. So yeah, that was fun and interesting. So I went there today to try and get my medical exemption card set up. I set up all the paperwork and everything. And the reason I had to go in today is because the hospital only gave me so many needles for the injection side of things. And I will run out tomorrow, which is not good. So I went today to try and get some last ditch stuff. Actually, I tried yesterday, but they didn't have them. I hadn't got it sorted out. They haven't set up my repeat prescription. It's just so like messy. It's just not organized whatsoever, Zach. It's crazy. So after faffing around at the GP for ages, I finally went all the way to the pharmacist. I went to the pharmacy. I was like, hey, I'm here to pick up my prescription. It's just the needles. Obviously, I've got plenty of insulin for the time being. I'm going to need some more sensors at some point. What you got for me? And I got there and like, yeah, we can give you some insulin right now, but we don't actually have the needles. They'll come tomorrow. I was like, what do you mean? Why don't you have needles for diabetics here? And they're like, yeah, we had to order some in. I was like, why isn't this just a common thing you have? And they're like, yeah, but we can give you the insulin. And you know, because you don't have your card yet, I can give you the medication. You'll have to come back to organize the prescription side of things. I was like, what's going to make me come back? What do you mean? Why don't I just take it and leave if you're going to give it to me? I'm so confused. What the hell are you talking about? Yeah, and I was like, also, FYI, I don't need more insulin. I have 5 pens in the fridge right now, and I've barely scratched the surface of the first pen. And they're like, yeah, we've got 5 more pens for you. I was like, I don't need any more insulin. I've got plenty right now. I just need the needles to inject. And they're like, yeah, come back tomorrow. I was like, ah, brilliant. So I spent the first couple of hours of my morning just faffing around London, trying to get needles so that I can give myself insulin to live. That was fun. Otherwise, though, it's been okay. It's been kind of stressful, to be honest with you, Zach. I had to reapply the sensor for the first time yesterday, which was interesting. When I did it at the hospital, obviously I was there with the nurse. It was very easy. But then yesterday I just had to do it all by myself. So I was trying to figure it all out and everything. I'm a bit worried though. This isn't an excuse to flex, by the way. I'm a little worried because with where it is, can you see that when I flex, it presses the filament? Because there's a needle and a filament inside. So if I flex, it's right where the triceps separate. And I'm worried that every time I flex too hard, like if I'm in the gym or something, that it's gonna like bend the filaments and disconnect everything, because it's disconnected multiple times. I wouldn't be surprised after doing that it's gonna pop up and say, hey, reconnect your sensor. Something's going on. Could you try a different placement? I only have one more sensor. And the thing is, once it's in, that's it. Once it's in, that's it. You have to pull the whole thing out, throw that away, and get another one. And I only have one more for the time being because they haven't sorted out my prescription. So I'm a bit concerned that I was like, well, if I rip this one out, this is the last one I'll have. And if they don't sort everything in time, then I'm going to go without sensor for a while. And I don't really want to do that when I'm trying to figure out what's going on with my blood sugar levels and everything. So not yet. But next time I will put it somewhere else. I'm not going to put it that high up. I wanted to put it high up because it was like out of the way. It was on the back of my arm. Like I'm not going to knock it on everything. And I've knocked it on everything. I keep walking through doors and just hearing this bonk right as I whack it on the door frame. Honestly, terrible. What would that mean? Tom would become uncensored. Uncensored? What do you mean? What if I didn't have my monitor on? That would be bad, man. I wouldn't know what my blood sugar was. I wouldn't know I was crashing until I crashed. Jordan Roberts, yo, what is good? Good to see you. How are you, my friend? Thank you for joining today. And again, anybody lurking in the TikTok chat, good to have you in. Welcome to the stream. It's the first stream back after getting banned for sexual content. bearing in mind, this is half of what I do. I just sit here and talk. So like, where that sexual content reports come from, I don't know. I appealed and they were like, nah. I was like, what? Did you watch the stream? I was fully clothed the whole time. What are you talking about? I'm so confused. Don't say that. They'll ban you again. Let them. Let them, man.
Fastest man alive.
On a completely unrelated note, I'm going to go and pick up that toy in the corner. Don't worry about it. I regret nothing. I regret nothing, T. How about that? Sheesh. Too easy. Right, what did I miss in the meantime? Also, Whiffer, very good to see you. How are you, Whiffer? It is nice to have you in today. However, where she teaches they use first names, that makes more sense, to be fair. It's easier to dock someone knowing their surname. No, I agree. There's a reason why you guys know I'm Tom and you don't know what my surname is. Although Pinky has doxed me on stream before, which is fun. A couple of people also have found me, but I don't want to set a little goose hunt up for people. So don't do that. Don't be that. When did they start doing that? Or is that an EU thing? I don't think it's an EU-wide thing, Dylan, to be honest, having first names for teachers. I'm honestly not sure. She teaches, criminals, like legit criminals. So they want the boys... They don't want the boys being able to find them if they get out of the system. That's hilarious. Fair enough. Honestly, we love nonsense bureaucracy. I hate it. I bloody hate it, Lux. How are you, my friend? Also, what have you been up to this weekend? Tell me. Almost like partially privatizing the NHS by Tories was bad. Yeah. Good job Labour's taken back over. We'll see how that goes. Also, just a quick public service announcement. I don't want to get too into this today, but there are some things happening in the UK at the moment which are abhorrent. Like, I do my very best to stay away from the general news whenever I can, just because A, I find it fucking depressing, and B, I'm not really that in tune of a person, to be honest with you. This doesn't look like Sekiro. No, we're just having a bit of a chat first, Jevon, and then we're playing Sekiro. Don't you worry. I normally stream for about 4 hours or so, and about an hour in is when I start playing the game. So if you do want to dip and come back in like half an hour when we actually start, I won't hold it against you, brother. But thank you for the likes on the live. I appreciate it. But yeah, in the UK, there are some bad things happening. So for those of you that don't know, there was a crime committed at a Taylor Swift dance studio. You can Google it if you want to. I'm not going to get into the details. And since then, there has been some horrendous, essentially just rioting happening and like hate crimes happening all over the United Kingdom. And it's just fucking gross, man. Like it's so like terrible that Pinky has sent me like 40 news outlet or like Instagram reels on what's going on in the UK, and it is messed up. Like it is really, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand. This is a country that I'm not particularly patriotic. I don't necessarily have the greatest faith in the human race in general necessarily, but this is like so far beneath what I thought the average person was like in the UK. And I know this isn't a true indication of the United Kingdom. I know these are far right outlying groups, for instance, but it's so unbelievably bad. See, I just wanted to address it before it got brought up a lot later on in the stream, to be honest with you, or later in the week, etc. I wanted to be able to say, hey, look, I know about it. I've talked briefly about it. I've given my thoughts on it. I think it's absolutely disgusting. And there were just so many innocent people and just people getting caught in the crossfire of this absolute shit show going on right now. Goddamn, really disgusting, man. People are freaking idiots. No, I agree. I agree. Like, it's so, I never thought I'd see something like this happen in the UK in my lifetime. I can't remember the last time something this bad has happened in the UK. Like, it's absurd. It's so ridiculous. And calling it riots in the news is such a wishy-washy nonsense. Yeah, fascist, right-wing, Nazi hate crimes. Legit. Absolutely. This whole thing is good. Yeah, it's so bad. Like, it very much makes me not want to be here. That's how bad it is. Like, I stay inside most of the time. But even still, as somebody who is married to a Pakistani Muslim woman, it doesn't make me feel safe for her in the United Kingdom right now. It is broken, absolutely broken. Move to Thailand now? Maybe. It might be the way, honestly, from what I'm seeing right now. It's a freaking nightmare, mate, ain't it? That also won't be the last time they do this. I really hope it is the last time they do this. I nearly accidentally said I hope it isn't. I really hope it is the last time they do this, because it is so ridiculous. Like, it's so absurd. When Pinky first told me, I was like, nah, you gotta be kidding, right? You have to be joking. This is you're joking, right? And no, it wasn't. I just thought I would ask. I didn't know all of this would happen from just this morning. Nah, Zach, don't even worry about it. It's fine. I appreciate you asking, though. Thank you. Looking out for my well-being. I appreciate that. But it's just something I'm going to have to learn to deal with. Once all of my systems are in place, so like when my prescriptions all set up, once my dosages are properly set up and everything, once I'm just into the flow of life, it will be absolutely fine. But for the time being, it's such an adjustment period that I don't really know what's going on right now just yet. Bristol is crazy. I have friends who live there. Sorry, Bolton, who live there, who see people literally stamped on. Yeah, it's fucked, man. Like I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know what more we can talk about it. It's insane. What's the riot about? I didn't want to get into too much detail about it, Dylan, but essentially, there was an individual of the Islamic faith who committed a crime, right? And it was a pretty terrible crime. And in response, a lot of people in the United Kingdom who are super far right, let's just call them Nazis, racists, fascists, whatever you want to call it, who have taken to hate criming, just grabbing people that might even loosely look like somebody of the same race as the perpetrator of the original crime, and just like they're trying to set buildings on fire, they're dragging people out of homes, they're beating people in the streets. Like I don't even know. Like I don't even know what to say. Like it's so out there that it doesn't seem like a 21st century thing. Like I thought we were past this kind of thing. Ridiculous. What else have I missed? Dylan, from what I've said, the thing about the American healthcare versus the UK NHS, do you want it free and wait, or get it instantly with no problem, but you're going to come out of a good amount of money? It's not quite as bad as the US when it comes to that side of things, I think. But yeah, the reason I got seen, the only reason I know I have diabetes is because of the private side in the UK. If I didn't go to the private health checkup that I get through my part-time work, I would still be living with this undiagnosed. And for how long, I don't know. So it's kind of scary, honestly, like how bad it's gotten. It's ridiculous. High school age kids. She's a high school teacher. It's just at a teenage prison. Noted. What else have I missed? More though the NHS will supply you the basics to live, American healthcare will charge you 50k for the privilege. Yeah, the privilege of being alive is fucking wild, brother. It's so wild. They're trialing a small sensor at the moment. It's smaller than this. This is a small sensor in my opinion. Like it's really tiny. Like it's not a problem. Like I don't mind having it in, to be honest with you. If they can find something smaller that's more accurate and better and easier to track and pairs with more things. Like mine doesn't pair with my watch very well at the moment, but it is what it is. I'd love if it could. At the moment, I can't. If I do a workout, for instance, Trace, if I do a workout and record it on my watch, the current program I use to track doesn't automatically input those things, doesn't automatically input my meals, etc. I have to manually like add everything in if I want to. If I could integrate that would be so easy. That'd be so nice. I'd be chilling. Was you getting naked on stream again? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Keith. Not a problem. Not a problem. This depends entirely on the area and the specific prescription. My old medication was controlled, had to be ordered in, especially every time. This is always the issue when I lived in Southampton for university, often only getting half a script and having to go back. But my small village pharmacy is always good and gets to the next day. That's crazy. Isn't that wild, Georgia? That a small village pharmacy is doing it better than a large like city where there are multiple pharmacies. And surely if you need something, you could get it from another pharmacy. It's all healthcare. I just don't know. I just don't know. You came up with my For You page. Yo, Bo, good to see you. How are we, my friend? How does the vertical side of things look? I feel like it looks pretty good. It looks pretty clean. You know, we've got the multi-chat coming up. It's nice. It's chilling. My students call all teachers at my course by their first names. Fair. Interesting. Maybe this is a newer age thing. Maybe I'm too old to know this. Fascism is sadly alive and well. Sadly. If you live near a major city, especially in the north, I would advise checking what are the planned locations for rioting. Stay safe. Legit, yeah. I never thought I would have to like put this out as an announcement, but if you are not white, which is an insane thing to say, George is right. You should look at what is going on in your city or town to make sure that there are no planned protests, which are essentially just racist riots. Let's call it what it is. To reply, I'm good, just summer holidays, so it's carnage here. Understandable with five of them running around with her. Doesn't surprise me whatsoever. And it's based on 100% misinformation and lies prompted by white nationalists. Yeah, in my opinion, if one person commits a crime, right? Which sane, logical person can then perpetrate an entire religion of persons? What? I'm sorry, what? If that, like, let's just equate this to something else, right? Let's equate this to something else. Like, let's just say somebody absolutely loves footy. Like, they fucking love footy. They're really devoted to footy. They go to their local team every week, right? And they I don't know, they stab a child, right? Would anyone in their right mind then go out and beat anybody on the streets that likes football? I know it's not quite the same argument, but in my opinion, it's on the same set of train tracks, right? Like, it's going in the same direction as an argument. But I just don't quite get it. Like, what is going on? You're just on a roller coaster of craziness over there with all the UK things going on about your diabetes going crazy, and you still need to protect your wife. You're still holding strong, my friend. I'm trying, Zach. Thank you. I appreciate the kind words, my friend. Oh, yeah. We've got kids coming into the center this week, and we've literally had some of the parents pull their kids out because they're scared for their children's safety. How disgusting is that, T? Like, how bad is that? Honestly. Yeah, I'm still looking at your message, Georgia. It's crazy that I've read that and I agree. Do you know what I mean? Like, I shouldn't need to even think about it. Where I work, we have quite a few people from Nigeria, and they didn't even dare walk the streets the other day as comments threw her way, and she's 7 months pregnant. That's just really sad. Like, that is incredibly sad. Man, I don't know. Like, yo, with the YouTube subscription. Thank you so much, my friend. Right over my face. I didn't realize it was going to be quite there, but it's okay. Don't even worry about it. Yeah, I just don't know. Like, I thought we were past this. Now, especially with the votes in the recent election going towards Labour as in body government, I was like, hey, maybe this country is going to be turning around, and it's just gone the opposite way I thought it was going to go. Like, I don't know what's happening. Why must it be this way? They weren't Muslim. This is the thing. Then that's even worse. I've been fed misinformation. There were these awful messages going around that the perpetrator was a Muslim man who recently arrived in the UK. They're actually a lad who was born in Wales and brought up a Christian. I knew the Wales bit, T, but I didn't know the second part. That's crazy. That's literally insane. The wild is cooked. Yeah, a little bit. How's the mullet going? What do we think? It's getting there. It's doing some mullet-y kind of stuff, Bo. I'll be honest with you. Looking handsome and shit. Thank you. I appreciate it. How are you, Bo? What you doing today? Tell me more. How's your weekend been? How's the last month been for you? I feel like we've not been able to catch up a ton. Talk to me. Hope you're chilling. The individual who committed the murders, I know that, so yeah, you censored it and I've just read it out. My bad. That's on me. That's on me. Oops. Southport was the 17-year-old boy, Christian of faith, born in the UK. Yeah. Parents originated from Rwanda, a majority Christian country. So Rando on Twitter just decided he was a Muslim and an immigrant before the information was released by the police. Honestly, this is why when I look, do you remember Lux the other day? I looked up the average IQ in the US and the average IQ in the UK, and they were way higher than I thought they were going to be. This is why, by the way, this is why it was significantly higher than I thought it was. I thought it was quite a lot less than that, to be completely real with you. Man, I just don't know. I don't know what to think about people anymore. It just makes me really sad. Really silly. False rumors got seized upon by the fascist scum and used as an excuse for fascist violence. I genuinely don't, I can't think of a scenario where I would get violent at an entire group of people. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand how one can hold so much hatred in the heart, first and foremost, and B, how you can willingly commit assault on an entire group of people that you've never met, you don't know, haven't done anything wrong. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. See, that's crazy. The algorithm has pushed it onto me personally as an Indian person, but he really is a Christian person. I don't know. You can also be Indian and Christian, just FYI, just saying. We've got, is that Furry Plays with the follow over there on YouTube as well? Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Honestly, this world I feel like is going to end, and pretty damn soon, because of our own kind. If it's going to end, it will be of our kind. Like, it's not going to be some natural disaster or anything like that. It's going to be, we're going to fuck things so badly that it just falls apart. and it's on the way. It's on the way for sure. You know what? No, that's I'll take that back. Like that's a bit too like not nihilistic. What's the word? I don't know. Perpetrating doom. I don't know. That's not the right word for it whatsoever. But you know what I mean. These kind of stuff thinks that making me afraid to travel. The thing is, Fida, is I honestly think there are so many countries in the world that are so lovely, so welcoming, such a beautiful place to be with beautiful people. And until recently, I genuinely thought that there were plenty of beautiful people in the United Kingdom as well, who were like really lovely, really welcoming, you know, just nice people. But seeing this kind of thing does, for the first time in, I think, my lifetime, make me think, hey, the UK probably isn't a good place to come visit, at least not right now, which is nuts. I wouldn't even say if you're white to check, because though you may not become a target, it still will not be a pleasant experience popping into town and finding yourself in the middle of a riot. No, yeah, that's very true as well, actually. Even if you're not likely to be targeted, just witnessing it is probably going to be really not very nice at all. I swear media literacy and critical thinking are at an all-time low in the UK, to be honest with you. The thing is, to me, T, is for somebody, I know I said I wasn't going to talk about this, and this is all we're talking about right now, but seeing this kind of thing happen, I think it can't just be misinformation. There has to be an element of this has been something you've wanted to do for a while. I cannot fathom somebody being like, hey, by the way, this group of people said this or did this, and me leaving the house with a ski mask on and a bat. Like, what the fuck? You've got to have at least some kind of violent tendencies in there in the first place, right? You have to have some inkling of evil within you to want to go out and do that. Even misinformation alone is not enough to make you assault someone. Unless it's a case of like, I don't know. Let me dial it back. If I had a daughter, right? Trigger warning here. If I had a daughter and somebody turned to me and was like, oh, by the way, their teacher has been doing illegal things to them, sinful things to them, right? And they were like, yeah, you know what, I have some proof of this. Yeah, that might be a situation where I'd actually probably get at least very confrontational, if not violent, right? I don't advocate for violence. But I've never been in a fight with a stranger that isn't my brother. I used to fight with my brother when I was a kid. I've never been in violent altercations. I've had people try to start violent altercations with me in the past, and I've just brushed it off. I've not gotten violent. I know I'm in a privileged position to do that, to be fair, as a, I don't know, a larger, more physical individual. I know we joke about it, but I know I'm privileged in the fact that I'm able to protect myself a lot of the time. Not against the knife, though. I'll be real. But yeah, I would never advocate for violence, right? They've been wanting to do this for years. The UK government has used immigrants as scapegoats for a plethora of economic and social issues in this country for over a decade. Yeah, which is fucked, man. This is why I'm getting less and less inclined to want to live in this country. Like I know wonderful people here. I have so many wonderful family members here that I love dearly. I have friends that I love dearly. I have roots here, right? But even still, I'm like, I've got no allegiances to this country. Like, being in this country doesn't make me happy. The people that I love make me happy, right? But this country inherently is not something that I enjoy, to be honest with you, especially not at this point. The Tories tried to shift every single social problem they caused onto the back of immigrants and those coming from danger. The refugee side of things is crazy to me. Like, I can't fathom the logic in blaming them for anything. Like, what? I've just picture this though. Imagine the UK is getting bombed. We're in World War III. I don't know. The US has lost their minds and they're like, the bloody Brits, man, we want the tea. And they start dropping bombs over cities. And we were like, please, France, please let me in. And they're like, fuck off. No, you'll ruin our country. Wouldn't we riot? Wouldn't we get violent? Wouldn't we we would kick off, man. Surely. Right. There we go. There's the sub coming through. Finally. There's such a delay on YouTube, honestly. Your love for the country, for the people you know, there, not for the country itself. I completely get that. Yeah, exactly. Honestly. I mean, I see the news. There was a blackout in Paris and the only thing lit up was their church. This happened, in my opinion, is because the Olympians mocked God. Interesting. Okay. Noted. I did see some horrible things about the Paris Olympics as well. That the athlete village is just like a cesspit, like really uncomfortable, terrible quality food, etc. Like really bad. No AC in the rooms. Off to a meeting. No worries, Dylan. Take your time, brother. Wally events first, I feel.
What, the start of WALL-E? I fucking love WALL-E, man. What a movie. We'll all be really fat, relying on technology to do our bidding. Yeah, honestly, that does worry me about the future. I don't think personally I'll ever be in that state, especially now that I'm diabetic. I literally just can't, right? But it does concern me. It does concern me. Some of the reliance on technology, at least on the physical aspect side of things. On a different point entirely, though. I appreciate you lightening the mood, Wiffer. Average reading age of the UK is that of a child. Yeah, I feel personally attacked here, Georgia. No, legit though, I get it. I get it. To be honest though, there are still awesome people here. These guys are just opportunists and thugs. I agree. There are so many wonderful people in our community alone that are all British from the UK, been here their entire lives, etc. And like, obviously that makes me really happy. I'm really happy to see that. But seeing this happen, there are way more people in the UK willing to do harm on others than I thought. I always knew that the UK was not the safest country in the world. I knew that the crime rates, especially in places like London, are not, incredibly low. I've never really left my house or apartment in London and felt threatened for my life personally, but I know other people that have. But it's even worse than I thought. It's willful ignorance because it makes them feel better about themselves to put other people down or make them get hurt. Realistically, though, I don't want this to come across as like Sigma grind set, right? But haven't you got better fucking things to do than beat up minorities? Like, surely. Imagine you have a whole day to yourself. You could do anything. You could get your groceries done. You could get all your chores done. You could work towards your dreams. You could go to the gym, work on yourself. Like, you could just spend that day getting better than you were the day before, right? Like I said, I didn't want to make this sound Sigma Grind City. And instead, you choose to beat minorities? Suspect choices, if you ask me. Like, I just don't know. It's wild, man. I love my family and people who I know here. If I didn't have that, I would have left the UK already. Honestly, Britt, fair enough, man. But really good to see you. How are you doing, homie? Thank you for joining today. I thought the Olympic were for countries to compete. I genuinely didn't know they deemed being a refugee as a country. Wait, hang on. What is this? Team Refugee won a medal at the Olympics yesterday. I also didn't know that was a thing, to be fair. Annie, hello. Oh my God, Tommy, you read the news? No, I didn't. Pinky sent me a load of shit and was like, how do you not know this? And I was like, because I actively avoid the news because it's fucking depressing and I got shit to do. But this is something I couldn't ignore, honestly. It was read to him. No. Actually, yeah, kind of. It was Instagram Reel, so it spoke it all out to me. All right, shut up, Lux. The message got across, okay? It's easy to blame a minority or other person instead of doing self-reflection or improvement. That's the bit that's wild to me. It's like, I know I've matured a lot over the last, especially 5 years. I've matured a lot in the last couple of years, I think. And there is a huge element of my life as an adult where I want to be a protector. Like, I want to be someone to provide. I want to be somebody that people look up to. Like, these are all things that I aspire to be, right? And I can't fathom casting all of that aside just to go and attack a group of persons. Like, it's wild, man. I don't know. I give up. I absolutely give up. It's just such a crazy topic. It's a team for people who can't represent their countries because of war, famine, or persecution, which makes a lot of sense. I mean, if you're fleeing a country, would you really want to do you know what I mean? If you're fleeing your government, if you're fleeing persecution in your home country, but you're an incredibly talented athlete, and this is what you're born to do, would you want to represent that country? I can get why it's there. I just never thought about it, to be honest with you. Apparently, there's still stuff happening in London this evening. All right, well, I'm definitely calling Pinky after she gets done with work, making sure she gets home okay, because I shouldn't be worried for my wife's safety when she leaves the apartment in the United Kingdom. Like, that shouldn't be a thing I'm worried about, but it is. It is. Wednesday is the big day for a lot of this shit. Oh, man, why? Why has it got to be this way? You don't have to be a country to participate in the Olympics. Either a country or a nation. The refugee team are there representing countries unable to compete due to horrible situations. Exactly. I feel many ways about living in the UK. A friend of mine lives in the US and the politics are obviously horrible there, especially in her state. I asked her why she doesn't leave or at least move, and she said, if all the people who care about others and will vote for change leave, then no change will happen. That is a really
deep point, actually, that I wasn't expecting to read today. That's a really good point. I suppose in a way it's selfish to leave a country when it's in dire situations if you've been there all your life and you have a voice and you have reason to change. You have a standpoint to enact change, right? But at the same time, I don't know. Yeah, I suppose it's selfish. It is selfish. But sometimes I don't think being selfish isn't inherently a bad thing. At least not in all situations. If you're being selfish because you want to be comfortable and you're not willing to, sacrifice for others, or you're being selfish and your selfish acts negatively affect other people and actively make things worse, then yeah, that's a bad thing. But if it's a case of like, I don't know, say you have this is going to be kind of a brutal example, but like, say you have a really toxic friend. Say you have somebody that, is really pulling away from your happiness and has done for a long time, is making no efforts to change, is not accepting your help. You've been trying for years. And I suppose the selfish thing to do for your happiness is to walk away from that situation. I don't think that's inherently a bad thing. People might disagree with me on that one, to be honest, that's fine. We don't have to agree on everything. Everybody's different. Everybody's perspective on things is different as well. But yeah, I don't think being selfish in those sorts of instances is inherently a bad thing. And I would say leaving a country when it's been treating you badly and is negatively affecting your quality of life, and you can have a better life elsewhere, I don't think that's a selfish thing. Especially if you're moving and it's going to be difficult on the other side of things for your children or something like emigrating. I don't think that's inherently a bad thing. I do agree though, like if you leave, who's going to enact the change? That's a really, really good point I wasn't thinking about. Sonata, get out of here. Yeah, you tell him, Whiffer. I don't know who banned him. It was probably T, but thank you for doing that. I appreciate it. How are you there, Annie? How are we doing, my friend? I don't have a job, so it's clearly the immigrant's fault. This is from a person who does not look for work and has no skills. Yeah, just get good. The Dark Souls community had it right all along, man. Just get good. Simply, right? Don't try and trample over another person to get there. Another better, more qualified individual. Just be better, right? I know that's not something everybody can do, to be fair. There are various factors involved, but if you're unwilling to try and it's just a case of like you want a scapegoat, yeah, fuck that. No thanks. No thanks. Been good, been lucking a little. How you doing? I'm doing good, other than current situations in the UK and current situations with the UK healthcare and trying to get some needles for my diabetes. But otherwise good, man. Thank you for asking. I appreciate it. What you been playing recently? The shop around here calls, people call it, I don't like that at all. But I wholeheartedly guarantee they're the nicest family in the area. I have so much time for them as a whole. They look out for the community, do shop runs for the elderly and that. Crazy to think that it's so hostile here, isn't it? Like, how fucked is that? How crazy is that? Yo, Neuro! It is good to see you, brother. How are you? Thank you for joining today. Long time no see. What's been going on with you? Also, guess what, Neuro? Look at this. This is new since you last hopped in, I think. As an individual I was about to say the medical faith. That's not really a thing. You know what I mean? Just listening in all the convos. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Smoking patch? No, I don't smoke. You know this about me. I'm a good boy, all right? Not that smoking's a bad thing. I just don't like it personally. Actually, no, I disagree. Smoking is a bad thing. Sorry, I take it back. I'm making a stand. Smoking is a bad thing. There's lots of rumors flying around about violence across the country on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Big lists of immigration lawyers, refugee centers, etc. are circling online, and the Stand Up to Racism organization is coordinating counter-protests at many locations as possible. Is this going to become vigilantism? Like, are people going to fight the good fight against the racists? I don't know. I know it apparently happened in, I think it was Bristol, like one of the hotels that was not harboring. What's the word I'm looking for? Harboring's a negative connotation. Hosting various individuals who have fled their countries. There were the good citizens who fought them off. I saw in a news article, which is kind of crazy. Yo, Leo, sorry I didn't see you when you hopped in over there on TikTok. How are you, homie? Really good to see you. Let's go. 300 likes on the TikTok stream is kind of pog. Let's get that to a K. We could do it, I believe. What I don't understand is why they're robbing bloody Shoe Zone. Yeah, it's just an excuse for just general being a cunt, man. Like, that's it. That's all it is. I swear it is. Legitimately, I think that's what it is. What is that though, real talk? I just don't get it with her. I really, really don't get it. Medical faith. Yeah, you're a man of medical faith. I'll tell that when I talk to my patients next time. You come in like, hello, I'm Dr. Neuro. I am of the medical faith. You should trust everything I say, because it's not just medicine, it's the medical faith. I'm also well aware that you don't have a British accent. But you should go in. You should do a British accent. I'll be really funny. Is that the real Billie Eilish over on TikTok? Hells yeah. I love that. Let's go. How are you, my friends? What's the next song coming out? It's a blood sugar monitor. Yes, it is. To measure my blood sugar to make sure it doesn't spike or tank. It's tanked a couple of times. So it turns out, Neuro, I've probably been diabetic, slowly getting worse for, I would say at least 5 years, if not closer to 10. Undiagnosed in the United Kingdom, which has been absolutely pog, man. Really good. Wait, you have Billie Eilish watching you right now? Apparently, at least their name is Billie Eilish. I can't confirm if it's the real Billie Eilish, but I've got a good feeling about this. I really do. I do. Another streamer I watch has reiterated the points. You know what? Sorry, Fida, forgive me. This is a really thin shirt and it keeps like pulling it down. He's a heavy boy. Another streamer I watch has reiterated the points themselves. They live in the Florida and they live in Florida. They live in Florida and are a queer married woman with a child. A lot of their viewers have asked them why they don't leave Florida because of how terrible the LGBTQ plus rights are there. And they have kind of said the same thing. They're safe enough being cis white women that they aren't in inherent constant danger. So they choose to stay to use their vote for change. Fair, honestly, good for them. Like really good on them. Sweet just redeemed early gang. I don't know if I believe that, brother, but it's really good to see you. How are we doing? Have you checked out the most recent Apex Legends video? I'm intrigued because it's pretty pog. Not necessarily the video, like it's all right, but the new updates look kind of sick, genuinely. It's nuts. There are huge changes. Let me just reiterate the Apex changes before I get back onto the really serious topic. But enemies will get health bars up close. They get a red outline up close. Recon Legends get a red outline and a red hue even at range. It's crazy, man. Like there's so much going on. Akimbo weapons are nuts. New ranked split in seasons. There's a ranked rumble, which is like a tournament type mode coming to ranked. It's nuts, man. Be back later. No worries, sweet. Take care, brother. Catch you soon, okay? Schools are back September. Gotta get your kids fresh crabs. Wow. What is that? An excuse to loot, Andre? Good to see you, dog. How we doing? Thanks for joining today. We're playing some Sekiro, man. I know you've been watching a fair amount of Souls content recently, right? I know Kai recently just played through Bloodborne. This is something else I wanted to talk about. The Souls community, man, is, again, even more hit and miss than I thought earlier. There are so many people that are salty at Kai Cenat for beating Bloodborne in 30 hours because he didn't do all of the optional bosses and dungeons and stuff. As somebody that's played through games on stream, you just don't have the time to do literally everything. To be honest, Kai Cenat does. Like, he actually does have the time. But if I want to 100% every single game, I'm going to get through like 4 games a year, man. I'm not that good at video games, especially Souls games, right? It's impossible, man. But yeah, 30 hours to roll through the main bosses is kind of sick. It's kind of cool. Why are you hitting Sweet, Fidel? What's going on? You leave that boy alone. Unbelievable. I could talk politics for hours, but I got to go to work. Bye. No worries, Georgia. Take care, my friend. I actively try not to talk about politics on the channel. A, because I'm not that educated on it, to be honest with you. And B, I know it can spark up normally pretty healthy conversation, but sometimes not so healthy conversation, and I'm not the biggest fan. Everyone is in different circumstances, so everyone can give to the fight in different ways. Not everyone can or should be on the front line protecting themselves, fighting back the fash. We also need healers, storytellers, influencers, teachers, caretakers, and documenters. I agree. A lad I went to college with does the whole, these immigrants take our jobs, and he failed his BTEC PE. Honestly checks out, Wiffer. Honestly checks out, my friend. You don't need to fight every boss unless you actually want to. You do what you want, let the people support them, and if they don't, then ban them. People are getting more and more toxic, and I hate it. No, I agree. I just don't get the need. I'm not somebody that holds really any animosity to anybody. Like, I don't harbor hate towards people. I've said this before. Like, I don't get really strong emotions like that in the negative sense because I actively don't hold on to them. Like, I don't hold on to grudges. I don't get like really angry at things. I don't harbor hate towards stuff, even if it's really abhorrent. And I hate it, right? I say I hate it, but I don't lay there at night like, oh, I don't. I hope nobody does that, by the way. That's not healthy. You should see a doctor if that's the case. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand people that can harbor those sorts of negative thoughts for a long time. It's just, it's venom, man. It's poison. Like, it's really bad. It just makes everybody's situation worse around you, including yourself, and especially yourself in a lot of cases. It's bad, man. And Lush, I've seen videos of Lasses out with actual shopping baskets saying it's Christmas with hands full of bath bombs and fake Crocs. It's just an excuse for sheer degeneracy. Not even that, just like, it's criminal activities, man. How you been? I've been pretty good, Leo. Thank you for asking. I appreciate it. How you been, my friend? But I've been okay besides the wound and bruised bone on my knees. Ay, ay, ay. Not like this. I've got right at the, I don't know what it's called. A friend of mine is convinced that both me and him have Osgood-Schlatter's disease. Again, Nero, as our resident man of medical faith, I don't know if you'd be able to coincide with this information. But coincide? I don't even know English, man. But right, hang on. Here, underneath the cap, underneath the patella, right where this bone is right here, sometimes it fucking hurts, man. And I just don't know why. I just don't know why. Like, I can't even rest it against something. Nudity alert. Oh, my cock and balls are away. Thank you, brother. All right. You heard me, TikTok. My cock and balls are away. Nothing to see here. You can't even see below the nips. And there's no nips. It's all covered, all right? No bannability, please. I think that's what Tom has. He does? Noted. If he can confirm if that's the case or not. Like, where it's worst, Annie, is when I'm in the gym, the bench that you'd sit on in the locker room is right beneath my knee height. And if I lean on it to reach towards the locker after a workout, especially after I've done legs, oh, it's so tender. Like, it's so tender. If Tom has that as well, then maybe that is what I have. Maybe that is. For me, too, Fiddy, you get out of here. Unbelievable. I wouldn't do that to you, Fiddy. You know I wouldn't. Never, ever. It's so funny to me, Unreal Scenes. Are they about to go do a haul? Here's my Fash Riot haul, starting with these super cute shoes. No. I swear somebody did that with, like, during riots, they stole, like, a buttload of basmati rice and posted it on TikTok. And didn't they get arrested? I don't know if that's an urban legend or not, but hilarious if that's the case. Also, Mr. Burner in the early gang. I did not see you hop in, brother. Hello. How are you? Thank you for being here today. I appreciate it. Also, how's our boy Spox? Jess? I was hanging out in his chat earlier, but I'm not sure. Hang on. Can I even type in him? I'm not sure what's going on right now. I'm sure he's probably still live, right? Can I give him a shout out while he's not actually here? I think it works, right? Does that work? It does work. Go check out Sparky at some point as well if you haven't done so already. Sparky is a lovely friend of the channel. He's an incredible individual. He's currently doing a subathon as well. And it's just good vibes all around, genuinely. Like, I wish nothing for the best for Nathan. I remember meeting him at... Ooh, is it going to work? Does he have to be here? I remember meeting him at TwitchCon, and he was just everything I thought he was going to be. And it was just so nice. Like, we just got on really well. He was making breakfast last time I checked. Noted. So yeah, honestly, if you want to ditch me for him, I'll be a little sad about it, but I'll understand. But after the stream, if you do want to go check out your boy, I would highly advise it. He's an incredibly entertaining individual. We've been playing a lot of Valheim. Yeah, and if you like survival games, he's been playing Valheim. He has been playing Animal Crossing earlier today. I'm not sure if he's played Once Human or not yet. He was talking about State of Decay earlier. I know he used to play a fair bit of State of Decay as well. I'm not sure what he's got planned for the rest of his subathon, by the way. I was going to tease this. This is a subathon timer, by the way, Annie. I'm testing it out to see if it works, by the way. I'm not doing a subathon today, but just FYI, I think at the moment, it's something along the lines of like £1 is it £1 a minute? I'm not actually sure. It's something like that. It's like one sub is 5 minutes. I think 100 bits is something like 1 minute or something like that as well. And it will bump up the timer, obviously. I'm not going to be doing it properly at some point, but sorry, not going to be doing it properly today, but I will at some point. What I was toying with the idea is although I'm not a full-time streamer at the moment, I'd love to be able to stream more. And this is a way that it would help me get there closer. So what I might start doing, let me know if this is something you guys think would be a cool thing or not, is cap all my streams at 4 hours like they normally are. But on a Saturday where I maybe will have some more time, or maybe even a Thursday, depending on the day, I might extend it up to a maximum of 6 hours. if there are subs and bits that pull that total up. Just because if I'm able to do that once a week, that would massively help in terms of trying to be able to come and do this full time. What about if I donate £1 right now? I think tips also do it, like actual pounds will do it as well. I can't remember how it works. I think it's something along the... No, that's what it is. I think for every £1 you donate, there are 300 seconds added. So maybe that is £1 for 5 minutes, something like that. Yeah. Tom has the weird knee things. Is this a Tom trait? Do Toms just have fucked up knees, Annie? Is that what's going on? Stealing a bunch of basmati rice is the mood. Honestly, though, if I'm going to steal anything, it would be food. Like, just stockpile up on some frozen chicken breasts. If I were to steal anything right now, it would be a massive, like, drawer freezer type thing. Let's see. That just went up, right?
Let's see.
That went up to 256, I'm pretty sure. So it's a 256 now. Let's keep an eye on it. Because if anything else, because I think even Cashu's Tangier bits will do that as well. Although I'm not 100% sure. I don't want to bait you in, but thank you for the biddies, Mr. Burner. You absolute legend. I appreciate you. How's ya? He has not played Once Human. Do you think he'd like it, Jess? From what I've heard, I think it might be a game that he'd thoroughly enjoy. I think he's too deep in the Valheim, man. I can't empathize with Sparky on that one. I've talked to him about this in his chat as well, and people in the community over there too. I've never gotten the hype with Valheim. I can understand why people would really enjoy it, but it never clicked with me. I know with mods and UI changes and improvements, it does make it a much better experience. But I remember when I played it, the thing that gets me is stamina draining games. I hate. One thing I absolutely hate with a burning passion about Fortnite is the fact that it has a stamina bar in a battle royale. Like, I don't understand why it's the thing. Like, why do that? It just leads to nothing but frustration because you don't have enough stamina to cross open ground ever, really. It seems really stupid. It seems like a really poor decision, and I've never heard anyone outwardly speak about it. It's one thing I hate about it. Maybe it's because Fortnite, maybe it's because Apex and Warzone, for instance, don't have that mechanic. You can just run and run and run and run and run. It's not a problem. But for a game where the map is quite big and there's a lot of open ground, I don't get why you'd add a stamina mechanic in. Like, it doesn't add to the experience. It doesn't make it more realistic or competitive, if that makes sense. Like, why, man? Annie says she loves stamina. I don't remember seeing her say that whatsoever, honestly. Sorry, I'm clearly too observant. No, that's okay. Damn, I sent the horsey boy message, but I realized I was supposed to be in a meeting. That's hilarious. So wait, part-time douchebag to full-time douchebag. There go my feelings getting hurt again. But ideally, yeah, that'd be pretty sick. That'd be pretty cool. I think it's a good idea, Tom. I really like that idea, in my opinion. Thank you. I appreciate it. Because the thing for me is, like, I think at the current pacing I have it set up, it's something along the lines of, like, I don't even know what the pricing comes to, actually. I'll need to set out an actual schedule on when I would actually do it. I'm going to trial it this Saturday, I think. So on Saturday, it's going to be 12 to 4. But obviously, if subs or bits or tips do come through, it can extend up to 6 hours. So for instance, like, if there's a demand for people to want me to stream even longer, then we can do that. But if not, then obviously we won't stream any further, and I'll have that time to work on other stuff as well. It's just a nice way of being able to balance on what makes the most sense to use my time at the moment in trying to grow right now. I didn't think I'd like it, but I'm addicted now. What to Valheim? Really? Personally, I have no idea what Once Human is, so I don't know. Jess, if Sparky's not heard about Once Human, I think you should mention it to him. It's another survival game. I think it's got some similar mechanics to State of Decay. At least visually, I quite like it relative to State of Decay. It's a lot more modern and polished in the graphical side of things, I think. It's good fun. It's just a survival. I don't know that much about it either, to be honest with you. Is this effectively pay to stream? I mean, yeah. You've been speaking of Respawn? Wait, what do you mean, Cash? How am I supposed to do any of this full time if I don't make any money from it? Do you know what I mean? Like, what do you mean? Don't do this to me. I beg of you. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Maybe, although I have confused him as to why I'm asking about it. Don't tell him. Don't clarify anything, Annie. Just let him fester in there. Let him think about it. He'll figure it out one day. Next time I see him, I'll be like, oh, how's your knee, by the way? And he's like, you're Tom as well. You've got the knee thing. Likely. A likely story. You do have plenty of stamina to hate on Apex. More specifically, just hating on Pathfinder, though, yeah. I've been enjoying Once Human. Pretty fun. I've just heard it's really cool. Same thing with First Descendant. I don't think I can really send it on a brand new game right now. Obviously, I'm sending it on stream games. So things like Sekiro, because they have an end point. Games that have a final, what am I talking about? A finite amount of content to them. So completing the story in like something like Elden Ring or the DLC, completing Sekiro, Bloodborne, Still Wakes the Deep had a start to finish storyline side of things. Those are the sorts of games I tend to play on stream because I can then move on to the next thing. I can stop, put that bit of content behind me or make a video on it and, archive it. Whereas there's something like Once Human or Valheim or Minecraft, they're never ending. You could just keep going and going and going. And that stresses me out in terms of content right now. If I did this fully full time, I streamed every single day and I streamed for 6-8 hours a day, I'd pick up those games for sure because I would have the time to sink into them. But right now, I don't know, I can't. I know people have mentioned to him, but I was camping last week and then working all day yesterday, so I don't know his thoughts on it. Fair enough, Jess. I might ask him next time I hop into the stream, which if he's streaming when I'm done, will probably be then, to be honest with you, if we raid through to him. Tactical Failure, hello, what is good? Great to see you, homie. I hope you're doing really good. I think it's probably about time that I go ahead and actually play the video game right now. So let me go ahead and do that. I'm going to pull the subathon timer off of this scene just for the time being. I'm going to take a really small break. I'm going to be putting on some pairs on stream in the meantime, and I'll be back shortly, okay? Tom only has bad knees. He spent a lot of time on them in his past life as a male small gigolo. I'm going to be right back and let you think about that one, Cash. All right, final round. Final round. And then we're playing Sekiro. Dup, very good to see you. Welcome back. How are you, my friend? And Winchester, what's up, buddy? You okay? The concert's tomorrow. Interesting. I mean, are you in a state of panic because you're excited, or like what's got you in stress, brother?